What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson Fury and Bob Arum. I was asked to counterpunch this particular article, and the article shows that it explains that Bob Arum has revealed that Tyson Fury initially refused his second COVID-19 jab over concerns of any side effects that could affect preparations for his trilogy fight with Deontay Wilder later this month. Of course, we know last week that the Gypsy King had tested positive for COVID-19 and was a hammer blow to the heavyweight scheduled in 2021 after legal wranglings earlier in the year had prevented a deal for Fury to finally meet Anthony Joshua. The Manchester fighter contracted the virus through a further spanner in the works for a unification bout to finally be pinned, as tentative plans are being made to reschedule the bout for this year, which is October 9th. Fury had rejected the chance to have his second COVID test vaccine shortly before he contracted the virus last week. Currently, the Fury's promoter, Arum, spoke to Fury on the phone Monday, and he said that he explained the WBC champion he experienced symptoms and will now have his second corona vaccine as planned when fully recovered. Okay. Now, when this was sent to me, this is obviously behind date, because one thing we know now that Tyson Fury supposedly didn't even test positive. He's not positive anymore, which is retarded because you have to wait 10 days after that. Okay, that's one. Two, he refused the vaccine, and that's what I want to talk to people about. This is what I want to counterpunch, because this is what sticks out at me. If he refused the vaccine, that means that he did not go by the guidelines according to him and his opponent. Okay, he did not notify Shelly Finkel, Team Wilder, or any of those guys, or even his team, that he refused to take the second shot. Okay, you know what? We don't know if he did or didn't. I don't think he informed them. And I know he didn't inform Team Wilder, like, hey, I'm not taking the second COVID vaccine shot because I'm afraid I'll get sick, so I'm going to wing it out. That was mess up number one. Okay, because you have to notify the other team on something that you both agreed on. Okay? You can't, hey, I'm not going to take it because I'm afraid that I would get sick, and then therefore I got sick, but now I found out I'm not sick. You know, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't with a vaccine. And what people have to understand about the vaccine is it doesn't stop you from getting COVID-19. So if Tyson Fury was going to catch COVID, he would have caught COVID. Okay? But it doesn't matter anyway, because he's supposed to have been positive, or should I say negative, or cleared from the COVID-19, which makes no sense. But then again, a lot of things make no sense in the last couple years, since late 19, honestly. So this is what we're dealing with. But him refusing to take that vaccine shows that he didn't take that fight seriously, or seriously enough to be a team player and do the things that he's supposed to do to get that fight rolling. Because, see, even if the vaccine worked or it didn't work, because it's killing people, for one, and a lot of people are still catching that with the vaccine, for two. And people are dying that are fully vaccinated. These are truths. You know what I mean? So it's sad that people are like, well, how many people? It doesn't matter how many people. What matters is everyone's different. So if he took the vaccine or not, and he said that he was, and he's supposed to, he should have took the vaccine. Because that's what he said he was going to do. He needs to be a man of his word and take the second vaccine shot. Now, would he have got sick because of it? Maybe. And that would have probably been his way out. Maybe he wasn't crazy about the first batch. You know, it's a lot of people that don't want to take it at all. And the whole narrative is, oh, well, they're at risk. You don't know that. You will never know that, because you will never be that person until you do something that they don't believe in doing. But I don't think that's Tyson Fury's problem. I think Tyson Fury should have, after taking the first vaccine, if he had a problem with taking the vaccine, that's something that he should have addressed with him and his team, and then his team should have relayed that to the team of Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder took both shots. Okay? But Deontay Wilder is not Tyson Fury. So if that is his reason for not taking it because I felt symptoms, okay, you should let people know that, not hold that in the dark, not let it be a secret, and then all of a sudden it blows up in everyone's face because you didn't do what you're supposed to do, or you didn't do it, most importantly, what you say you was going to do. Okay? If you say that you were going to take that vaccine, you should have took it. No ifs and buts about it. You said you were going to take 2 shots. That's that. Bob Arum can't cover you. I thought he just took 1. Bullshit. Johnson & Johnson is only 1 shot. Okay? And that shows you that he didn't even know what type of vaccine that he was using. So we already know that he didn't talk to Bob Arum about the specifics on what type of vaccine he took, because Bob didn't know. He assumed it was the Johnson & Johnson, since Bob Arum is double vaccinated, right? So that's what we're talking about. That's the discussion at hand. But I want to leave you guys with something, okay? Speaking of what Tyson Fury didn't do and what he's supposed to do and didn't do, or whatever, or could have done. What do you feel would have happened if he would have been fighting Joshua? Do you think he would have took the second shot or vaccine if it was Joshua? Because you know Joshua's taking it, right? He's advocated to other people to take it and all that, company man. He's taking it. But what do you think Tyson Fury would have done that, or taken those same steps if had it been Anthony Joshua? Would he decided not to take it? Would he decided not to get with his team and hold it a secret from his team on one of the biggest fights in this era? That's the question you ask yourself. Okay? Because if he decided, and if he was going to do the same thing, he's just apprehensive on fighting those caliber of fighters, i.e. Joshua, i.e. Wilder, at this point of time. Because again, for me, I just look at Tyson Fury just wanting more time. I think back on what his father said. He's not ready. He needs another fight. If that's the case, quit bullshitting everyone. Stop pretending that you want these fights that you know you're not ready for, and get him a tune-up fight so we can move this along. But if you're going to do so and the arbitration has ruled against you, drop the WBC belt and let someone else fight for it. That's what I say. Don't use the vaccine, as controversial as it already is with people around the world. Don't use that as a problem. Then you know it's really not a problem. And the problem is that you don't have a sturdy communication with your team. That's the true problem with Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. But anyway, that's me counterpunching this article. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury refusing to take the second vaccine shot. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.